we are going to have our random drawing section. So I do have the um, random number generator ready, and we are going to pick our first number. So let me, oh, that is awful. There we go. The first number is 3. That is the government. So I want to make sure I can cross these out as we go. I'll cross them out later. So we'll get our second number. That is going to be apparently nothing because I hit the on button. That is going to be 16. 16 has been used already. We will grab another number. That is going to be 5. 5 is alert for our verb. Seems very fitting for the government. And our adjective, 1 has been used already. And then if we go to 12, 12 has also been used already. 13, 13 is cleverly. So that seems pretty straightforward, but we'll see what we can do with it. So if we have the government, perhaps we have maybe a stage, and then we maybe it's like a rally or something. But this is the stage, and then there is the podium. It is not like a podium. That would be somewhat problematic to try and be alert. But this is just the regular podium. So we'd probably have the presidential seal up here. And I mean, the government isn't necessarily the national government. So you can, apply this to whatever level of the federal system you want. But I'm not really sure what the presidential seal is off the top of my head. I'm pretty sure it's just an eagle with a American flag, but this is like a shield, I guess. And then I don't know. We'll color that in blue, and then get some red. Yeah, I think it's good enough. So then get some like gold for the outside. And then the podium itself should be a nice brown color because we get some quality wooden podiums here in the States. So if we maybe close this off, and apparently there's a weird perspective on this where the podium is, where the actual stage is on an incline, but then we can have just a figure standing here. So I'm going to draw like the actual shape, and then we'll get some details in later. And then there we go. So if we want to put some details in here, we might draw in the actual collar shape here. And then we can maybe zoom in. But this is not necessarily the focus of what we're doing. This is kind of just the setup, and then we're going to get into the actual focus. So if we maybe grab like a lighter gray for the actual collar. And then that wasn't supposed to color in like that. So I'm going to have to color that back. And then we can maybe put like a face here with some hair. And then a nice tie. See how I'm actually putting a lot more detail into the clothes than the actual person itself, I guess. I don't know, some nice big hands. That's what a president needs, is nice big hands. All right. So if we close that off, we can get a different shade of brown from here. Go just grab some brown color for the floor, the stage, and then, to be honest, it kind of looks like this person doesn't have any legs, but maybe they're just a fairly rectangular shape in general. So we need to have we are trying to be cleverly alert. So it's not just a normal high alert, I guess. We need to be clever about this. So perhaps these people are actually hiding. So the Secret Service aren't necessarily going to be out in the open. So if we have some sort of foliage, then we could actually show that this person is not necessarily standing out in the open. They are somewhat covered by this plant. But I like to think of a Secret Service member as some fairly tall person in a suit. So I don't think that this small bush would necessarily do the job of covering this person completely. So what you're probably going to see is there's going to be some legs dangling out of this plant. And maybe, so we're going to finish this off and then color that in. Alright, and then we're going to have some probably athletic looking footwear just in case they need to chase someone down. And then here in America we have large assault rifles, so I think that's important to include in the picture, just so you make sure that everyone knows that you're the dominating figure in the current situation. So I think it's clever because you know that they're hiding, so you know that they are alert by hiding, but they are also just letting you know that they're there. So I think that it's clever in how they're actually going about it. Maybe not necessarily an actual application, but as kind of like a scare tactic to keep people in line. So we're gonna use the same color as the stage for extra blending in, and then we're going to get our assault rifle. So apparently the entire bush wants to be that color. And there's going to be a little site here. And so we'll probably get some differentiation in actual color here, just to show the actual anatomy of the weapon of choice. And that will be that color, but we want the scope here to be the previous color. That's not what I wanted. I need it to be completed off. And then we need, of course we need our second arm over here to steady the weapon here. So apparently they have two different sized hands, but that's not important. The important is actual application. So the as long as the hands get the job done, they can be whatever size they want, I guess. But not for the president. President's got to have big hands. We went over that. So maybe you just see like a hat at the top there. Color that in. All right, and then yeah, their shoes will be like this gray color. All right, so then we can just have some confused civilians, I guess. All right, so I think that is the the entirety of our picture here. I think that explains what we're trying to do pretty well. But I want to thank you guys for watching. If you have been this long, don't forget to check out the stock market video to vote in this week's version of the stock market, or this week's fluctuation. And also, as I mentioned, my game is currently live with the fishing update, so if that is something that interests you, there is a link to that in the description below. So, thank you for watching. I'm going to be signing off. But until I don't think I'll have a tax episode tomorrow, just unless I can randomly pull one together. But if that is the case, I will see you on Tuesday with another cover. So until then, goodbye.